No.
The time screw up. Anyway, here we go. A grade. Kick-off by Bailey Taylor. Straight down the throat of Hayden Topless. And Hayden Topless has got a starting gig today at 5'8", I'd say. We called that last week and during the week, boys. Little Joshy Watson is... I don't think Watson's out there, boys. So Hayden Topless is going to direct the play at 5'8". Here we go. Scone got the ball on their own 30. Goes to Ritter. On to big James Barker. And Barker charges forward up over the 40. And there's a penalty early. Joey Butler's found something offside. Toenail over the line.
Yeah, poor start there.
Not a piggyback penalty. It's just stupid.
Yeah, Scone weren't going anywhere there, and Muswellbrook have just given him a fourth tackle penalty, and here comes the ball.
It's over my head. Gary McKeon finds touch just shy of halfway. Josh Adams to take the tap restart. He gives it on to Apthorpe, and Apthorpe gets the ball and as always goes forward straight into the arms of Benkovic and Wooden, and he's over the halfway line, 42 metres out. Ball goes to big James Barker and he goes into the Muswellbrook defence. He gets up over the 40, 15 in from touch. Wicks at dummy half, comes down this short blind to Apthorpe again, comes to Bailey Ellis and shrugs him off before Choppy Mackay takes him down. 23 metres out from the Rams line, long pass out there to Gary McKeon, shows it unders once, gives it out to Hayden Topless on to Benny Hagan, and Hagan charges into the Muswellbrook defence. About 20 metres out directly in front. Ball goes on to Josh Watson. He's on the field. Goes on to Suckley. Fullback to beat, and Suckley's over early. Points to the Scone Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's happened there, Banko. Jakey Hardy's taken the gamble for an intercept on an edge play. Has missed the intercept. Has missed the ball, and they've run straight through the gap that Jakey was there. Jake loves an intercept. He's just got to trust his instincts, trust his defence. That hole opened up purely because Jake tried to defend by himself instead of letting the team and the team around him and himself defend.
Good start for the Thoroughbreds, Bomber, and it all started up here with a piggyback penalty.
Justin Apthorpe at him, and he'll go at him all day.
Just going to get my head around this Scone makeup here. Josh Adams is not playing fullback. I think Topless is playing fullback.
He's playing centre. He's playing centres. Justin Apthorpe's into the second row.
Yeah, there we go. And playing down this right edge. Here's Jared Wicks going to trying to convert it. He's about 25 metres out. He moves in. Ball's looking good. It's just to the right of the post. So it's still 4-0 here on the SES Labour Solutions scoreboard. We've only had just 3 minutes of play now, and Rams are going to try and kick off. And the way we're looking at it, boys and listeners, the Scone boys are running from left to right, which is north to south. And they'll have the benefit of a decent breeze behind their backs. Little wobbly kick-off there from Bailey Taylor, and he gives it on to Justin Apthorpe, and Apthorpe's belted in the tackle there. Is that Apthorpe?
No,
my apologies. It's Gary McKeon. Here's Joel Harrison, and Harrison goes forward. He's hitting a good tackle around the legs by Benkovic and Bailey Ellis. Ball goes out to Ritter. He gives it on to Ben Hagan, who's full of running early, and he gets it out 5 metres shy, centre field of halfway. Wicks gets the ball out to Suckley, who's on that left fringe, and Suckley gets over halfway. A couple of players underneath, Hardy and Rowan Pottinger. They're over halfway. Ball goes out the back to Josh Watson, and Watson puts the ball through and hits a Muswellbrook player on the head. It's play on to Benkovic. He goes forward, and Joel Harrison tries to do a one-on-one strip. He does, and he's tackled, and he coughs the ball up. Joel Harrison. The Scone have got the ball back off that play, that shut down there by Joshy Watson. Benkovic got the ball. He raced up to inside the Scone 30, and Joel Harrison came from behind and chopped it out of his hands. So it's a Scone ball, and they're just shy of halfway. Wicks gives the ball on to Barker, and Barker, in his usual role, goes forward, and he's hitting a good tackle there.
They're all over the Muswellbrook players at the moment, Banko. They're rolling through that middle third with ease.
Barker gets up and plays the ball, gives it on to McKean. He gives it under to Adams. Adams gives it on to Topless, and Toplin goes back centre field, straight into the waiting arms of Choppy Mackay and Rowan Pottinger. They're centre field. They're about 28 metres out from the Rams line, goes down that left-hand side onto Watson, unders pass to Benny Hagan, and Ben Hagan's tackled right on the 20-metre line. It's the last. Full of running the Scone boys. Ball goes to Watson. He kicks a little chip forward. They're looking to go over the dead ball line. The wind carries it over. Real pressure relief there for the Rams, Bomber.
Big change over there. Banko's young Stubbsy Benkovic got the rebound. He's set sail for the line, but the quicker Joel Harrison's come and pinched his lollies out from behind. And they've dodged a bullet there, but they're going okay, Muswellbrook. But I would like to see them tighten up a lot more in the middle third. Hagan and Suckley and Barker are making far too many yards.
Here's the ball. Comes out to this left-hand side as Dylan Thorne's first run of the game, and he goes straight into the arms of Apthorpe, who's playing second row, and they get a penalty out of it. Daniel Ritter was in there as well.
Yeah, don't think that was even worth it.
It was a leg pull.
Leg pull, but I think it was just a case of it's the first 5 minutes. I've got to give a penalty to both sides.
Absolutely, and Bailey Taylor takes a quick tap forward, and he gets up over halfway. Didn't even entertain kicking for touch against this bruise. Ball goes out to the left-hand side to Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor gives it on to Cooter Moylan. I didn't think Cooter Moylan was playing today, so there's a one for the turn-up, boys. Nevertheless, ball goes back to big Rowie Pottinger, and it's Dylan Thorne, my apologies. Goes out to Jake Hardy, first receiver, and unders line with Adam Bartholomew. He goes straight into the arms of Suckley and Ritter over the top. He gets inside the 30, comes short pass to the left of Bailey Wooden. Bailey Wooden goes in back behind the ruck. Good tackle there by Benny Hagan and Suckley over the top. Ball comes out of the left again to Dylan Thorne. Unders ball with Bailey Ellis, who gives a hospital pass to Brady Bankovic. Fair income. Gary McCoon was there waiting for him. It was early ball. Here's Bailey Taylor, gives a short ball. He kicks it forward, and there's no one there, so it's a set a 20-metre restart. Fair income. Here's Hayden Topless looking for the quick tap from the 20. He does. He goes forward. He's coming across field. He makes 10 metres and he runs in the waiting arms of Benkovic, Choppy Mackay and Bailey Taylor. It's come loose in the tackle. So Joey didn't even see that, so he's called a strip, has he?
I'll make a call straight away. Banko. Muswellbrook are fair him. They get Kirtley Lewis on the field now.
Anyway,
now.
Josh Adams has got the ball and he's taken it over halfway. I still question whether he even seen that Joey Butler.
No,
he must have got a call from Mears. Anyway, Ben Hagan charges the ball forward. He's inside the Rams on the 40 line. Ball goes from Wicks out to Watson. Watson running today hard, and he gives it on to Suckley, and Suckley goes up, and he's about 31 metres out from the Rams line directly into centre field. Wicks at dummy half comes out to the right here on Gary McCoon. He goes himself. He comes to 1, he comes to 2, and he's hitting a good tackle there. Low was Mackay, over the top was Thorne. They're still 25 metres out down this short right to Apthorpe. Apthorpe comes to Benkovic and Ellis, and he charges at them too, and he's still going forward before they get him down. Last tackle, Wicks. Long pass out to McCoon. Long pass out to Watson. Watson, little jip forward. It goes to the waiting arms of Suckley. Passes it off the ground and went forward.
Yeah, probably where should have touched it. Just went to the ground with that ball. They were going to get another set of 6, but he's decided to hoik it out the back, and it's gone forward, so let off there for the Brook.
Look, boys, that was a strip. It was a blatant strip right here in front of us, and it was a call from...
Better eyes than me, Reg.
Yep, you'll see it on the replay. Beers Bassini made the call.
So there you go. The Rams have got a pressure-relieving turnover here. They're 15 out from their own line. Scrum feed. Wooden gets the ball onto Zach Webb. It's his first touch of the game, and it goes forward. It looks a different Scone side than last week we saw.
They're full of running. A lot more energy around.
In the first 8 minutes, they're full of running, these boys.
A lot more leg speed out of the big boys too. They just trundled up last week.
Pottinger, he takes the second hit up. Mackay, dummy half, short pass to Ellis. Ellis gives a long ball out to Cooter Moylan. Cooter Moylan's going across field. He comes to Josh Adams. Steps inside Gary McCoon, but he's hitting a good tackle there over the top. Was that Apthorpe? It was. And he's down hurt already, Cooter Moylan. He's 30 out from his own line. Very slow to get the ball. Here's Bailey Wooden. Takes the ball forward as he always does, and he charges up about 38 metres out centre field. Cooter Moylan doesn't look good at all.
Copped him in the privates.
Okay, here's Jake Hardy. Gets it downtown, big high bomb, and it goes straight down Timmy Smith's throat. And he gets the ball, and he comes straight to Adam Bartholomew and Zach Webb, and he's tackled. 35 out from his own line, 20 in from touch. Here's Timmy Bridge. Timmy Bridge goes from dummy half and charges forward. Good leg speed from Bridgie, and he's just shy of halfway centre field. Wicks at dummy half. Looks like they got options both left and right. And again, here's a piggyback penalty.
Yep.
Too slow in the play the ball.
What we've got here, Benko, I'll just step in. The push on the ball from Scone is brilliant. There's numbers everywhere around the football, as opposed to Muswellbrook's one out or shift to space that's not there. Just watch the push on the football around the ball players from Scone this next set of 6.
Okay, the Scone boys, they've got a tap penalty and they're looking for a tap restart, and they're about going to find themselves 25 metres out from the Rams line. Timmy Bridge gets the ball and he goes forward. Really good run. He makes about 10 metres. They're right at the 18-metre point there. Ball goes out to Ben Hagan, short right. He's got no one's hit him at the advantage line. He goes straight up over the advantage line. He finds himself 10 out down the left-hand side to Suckley. Suckley goes through one would-be tackle, and that was Jake Hardy. Goes over the top of him. 8 metres out. They come down this right-hand side. Ball goes out to Gary McKeon. Unders to Barker, and Barker charges. They're full of running, the Scone boys. Hard to stop, and he ends up getting tackled. They're about 3 metres out, directly in front of the uprights from the Rams line. Here's Wicks, goes himself from dummy half. He's held up. It's the last tackle. Scone with possession. Right on the attack. Ball goes to Watson. Watson goes out the back to Gary McKeon. Gary McKeon puts a little chip over the top, and Daniel Ellis juggles it, and it goes backwards into Bailey Taylor's hands. Caught. 20-metre restart.
It's better defence by Muswellbrook, but they're only just hanging on, Benko.
Bailey Taylor to take that tap restart at the 20-metre line. He goes forward, and he's made 10 metres. He's up to the 30, centre field. Jackie Webb's going to take the next one. He goes forward another 5, 10 metres. Good work. 8 metres.
Like to see their speed men in, Benko. They're out there on the wings doing nothing at the moment.
Yep, and here's Cooter Moylan. Takes off from dummy half, and he's still 2 metres shy. I like the enthusiasm of this Scone side showing early, Bomber. Here's Mackay. They come down this left-hand side onto Dylan Thorne, and Dylan Thorne gets up over halfway. Great tackle around the legs by Gary McKeon. Ball goes out to the right-hand side. He's onto Bailey Wooden, and Bailey Wooden runs into the welcoming arms of Daniel Ritter, and who hits him hard. 40 out, straight in front of the Scone point line. Ball goes to Jake Hardy, and Hardy puts a real low speculator kick down there. Here's Daniel Ellis. Jacob Ellis gets the ball, and he goes straight over the top. And what's he called?
Oh, no, he's called him offside. He doesn't realise how fast that kid is. Fair
Yeah, it was a good chase, but it was...
Does he realise how quick he is? I don't think... I thought everyone was behind Jake Hardy when he kicked the ball.
Well, I'm not sure whether the Scone boys realised that Jacob was on the chase too.
In the SES scoreboard, 28 minutes to go in this first half. It's 4-0 in favour of Scone. Plenty of ball movement, both sides, but I really like the way Scone go forward is. Time off.
I'd like
poor
to see
little
if
ball.
I think they'll get some 3 footballs here instead of the 2.
The poor little ball boys are having hell's trouble over there with this wind. They're fielding balls. That ball went into the main street of Scone. Fair dinkum. There's a little fella over there.
He's running down there.
He goes.
He's got his little legs running, and he's trying his
little
hard.
legend. Look at him. He just gives that ball back to Timmy Smith to move it in. Are we short of balls up here at Scone? Ball goes on to Suckley, and Suckley charges forward. He gets about 8 metres up, shy of... that was on the 30. Ball goes to Joel Harrison, and Harrison charges forward, and he's hitting a good tackle from Choppy Mackay under. Bartholomew over the top. Comes out the right-hand side again. Here's Barker, and Barker goes forward, and he's hit with a 3-man good tackle. Benkovic, Bailey Ellis. And they're just shy, 2 metres shy of halfway. Ball goes to Josh Adams for a run, and Adams goes forward up over the halfway line. There's plenty of room to move. They're not hitting that advantage line, the Muswellbrook side boys. Here's Jared Wicks from dummy half. Goes out there, scoots out, but good work from Choppy Mackay. Drags him down about 32 metres out. It's the last. Real wayward pass to Gary McKeon under pressure to Justin Apthorpe, who puts a high ball in. Bailey Taylor is under it right on his own line. He collects it. He goes forward, and they're going to try and move him back into his own in goal. They don't do it, so Muswellbrook got the ball. Ball goes out to Daniel Ellis from Bailey Wooden at dummy half. Daniel Ellis runs around him. He goes across field about 30 metres. He's into the open arms of Timmy Bridge and Timmy Smith. Jake Hardy at dummy half. They're only about 10 metres out from the Rams line. Rowan Pottinger charges forward, and he gets the ball up over his own 10-metre line. Good tackle from Ritter and Benny Hagan. Ball goes wide to Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne centre field. He charges up about 25 metres out from his own line. Again, Choppy Mackay dummy half, short pass to Bailey Wooden. They're just struggling to get over that advantage line at the moment, boys. I see Mick Radford's waiting to go on the field. Still haven't seen Curtly Lewis at the moment. Ball go torpedo downtown. Jake Hardy gives it straight down the welcoming arms of Hayden Topless, who plenty of room to move, and he gets just before halfway. He's going to get up and play the ball right on his halfway line. Real good play the ball. Onto Joel Harrison, and Harrison comes to the arms of Benkovic and Ellis, and he's tackled 40 metres out from the Rams line. Wicks down this right-hand side to Apthorpe. Cooter Moylan up quick. He still makes good ground, Apthorpe. I see Big James Barker's off the field at the moment. Ball goes to Radford, and and Radford charges. He had a blinder of a game last week, Radford. He's left 2 players in his wake. One of them, Bailey Wood, and the other, Choppy Mackay. Gets up, good play the ball. Goes out to the left of Watson. Unders with Timmy Bridge. Timmy Bridge is going towards the post. Is he going to be held up?
Yes.
He has.
Last ditch tackle there by Bailey Wooden, but the Rams are just hanging on. They're just hanging on. They have to hold this momentum, swing, hope that something goes wrong. Hope for a drop ball, but they've just got to keep defending. Scone are full of running, playing beautiful unders, playing great shape. They're troubling Muswellbrook every time they have the ball.
Well, here's the ball. They're going to play the ball. It goes out the left-hand side to Watson. Watson back behind the pass to Topless, and the ball goes over Timmy Smith's head over the touchline. So a let-off there for the Rams.
Once again, we've got Jakey Hardy rushing out that line for that attempted intercept.
Don't understand what he's doing, that Bomber.
I hope he just knows to hold his line and let the defenders around him help him out.
Here's the ball from the tap restart. Play the ball restart, my apologies. Ball goes on to Rowan Pottinger. That's the second play of this set, and he's tackled midfield, 25 metres out from his own line. Choppy Mackay goes to Bailey Ellis, and Bailey Ellis elects to run himself. He goes under one. He makes good ground, the big fella, and I'd like to see more of that Bomber as he charges towards that line.
He needs the run, boy. He needs the run.
Choppy Mackay with the ball. Short pass to Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor plays an underline to Benkovic, and he's hitting a good tackle. 5 shy of halfway from Wicks and Apthorpe. Ball goes out there from Cooter Moylan, dummy half onto Dylan Thorne. Steps out of one, and that was Radford. Charges up over. He gets to the 40-metre line. He's tackled. It's the last. Rams need a really good repeat set here. Looking for a penalty. He left early, Gary McKean. Choppy Mackay chips it through, but easily fielded by Hayden Topless. And Topless gets the ball 10 metres out from his own line. One-on-one tackle with Bailey Wooden, and he still grabbed him and jammed him hard. 25 metres out centre field. Ball goes to Timmy Bridge. The centre for Scone goes straight into the arms of Dylan Thorne and Rowan Pottinger. They're trying to wrestle him down. He's a hard man to put down. He's tackled. Centre field, 35 metres out from his own line.
4-0.
No, he made a meal of that.
Yeah,
he did. He made a meal of that, Timmy Bridge, and getting up to play it, and Joey Butler hasn't been fooled. It's 4-0 here on the SES Solutions, Labour Solutions scoreboard. 24 minutes to go in this first half. The Rams have got a turnover here, and they'll have a scrum turnover. Centre field, 35 out from the Scone line.
Yeah, Benko, this is the first time us have had a little bit of field position now, as Joey's calling the two captains out. I think it's got to that point, but anyway.
Do you want a question, did you? A question.
No, Joey's just not facing us there with the receiver at the moment. But yeah, you're right. Muswellbrook aren't hitting it on the advantage line, Bomber. I don't know what it is.
They're just hanging in there, but if they take a leaf out of what Aberdeen done in that reserve grade game, you just got to hang in there and hang in there and hang in there.
Scrum feed to the Rams, 35 out. They've made no ground. It went out the back. Jake Hardy was instrumental there in getting the ball to Bailey Taylor, but he's hitting a good tackle out there by... couldn't see who that guy was. Ball goes to Rowan Pottinger, and Pottinger charges up over the 30. They're 29 metres out from the Scone line, centre field. Comes down the left-hand side to Bailey Wooden. Wooden's got runners to his left. Gives it to Bailey Ellis, and Bailey Ellis goes forward. No, he overran the ball, and Ben Hagan belted him. Rightfully so. I don't know why he just didn't dart forward and just take the ball forward harder than that.
It's first grade, mate. You don't put your hand up.
Anyway, yeah, Ben Hagan's not going to take any sympathy. Ball goes. Rams still in possession. They're centre field. They're about 23 metres out from the Scone line. Down the right-hand side onto Jake Hardy. Jake Hardy on the back. Taylor, he gets through one. He goes to the corner, and he scores in the corner there. Jacob Ellis. 4-all on the SES Labour Solutions scoreboard. 22, just under 23 minutes to go. 4-all, Bomber.
Yeah, good bit of footy there. Bailey Taylor swept, and he's come through, and he's... The Scone thought it was just the old regulation Bailey Taylor out to the centre, but he's thrown a beautiful dummy. Timmy Bridge has slid off him. He's opened him up and just come to the fullback and unloaded to Jacob Ellis for a nice try in the corner.
I look forward to it. Here's Bailey Taylor. Geez, he shows a good turn of speed, BT, when he gets that ball. He just had a little sniff of an opening there, boys, and he skirted through. Give it to our ever-present Jacob Ellis, who scored in the corner. There's 21 minutes to go here, and he's Bailey Taylor. He moves in. He's trying to kick it low and flat. Is it coming back? No. Going across the face of the goalpost. It's 4-all. Reggie.
Yeah, no, I just think that Muswellbrook have come out here expecting a bit to fall into the match easier. And Scone, if they came out like this last weekend, Bomber, I reckon they would have even rattled Aberdeen in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, a couple of key positional changes there. Apthorpe the second row, Hagan the front row has made a hell of a lot of difference.
Well, Bomber, in saying what's happened in the first 20 minutes, Muswellbrook have done well. That is a tackle from Jolie Harrison on Dylan Thorne, but he gets up, plays it well, but that was a hit of the year so far.
Off the kickoff too, full charge.
Massive hit from Jolie Harrison on Dylan Thorne.
And he's only a winger.
To their credit, they both got up and looked at each other. I think Dill acknowledged that was a fair belt. But Dylan is full of running. He's got up hard and he said, play on. Here's the fourth tackle or the third tackle of this set, and Bailey Wooden takes it up over his 30. I was going to say, Bomber, just quickly, that was a shocker from dummy after Rowan Pottinger. Mark Basuni, I think they're looking the sideline and looking, yelling for a knock on, but he didn't grab it. Ball goes out here. We'll call that in a minute. Bailey Ellis gets the ball.
Found
Little
space.
chip over the top. He needs a bounce, but he doesn't get it. And Cooter Moylan gets the ball. Gary McCoon's down in the background. Ball goes to Joel Harrison. He's 40 out from his own line, centre field. He charges into the Muswellbrook boys and they tackled him. 9 out eventually. Gets up to play the ball.
Nose is gone.
Yes, Gary McCoon doesn't look any better for that. And the Scone boys, they're over halfway. And Benkovic and Rowan Pottinger. Here's Josh Adams from dummy half. Goes down. They've got to be smart around that ruck defence. He's the Wicks from dummy half short pass to Radford, and Radford goes forward and he goes under a swinging trying to attempt a tackle there by Dylan Thorne. They pick him up and put him down. It's the last tackle, 22 metres out from the Rams line. Watson gets the ball, little chip over into the corner. They need a bounce, but he comes forward. He doesn't get it. He jumps up over there. Timmy Smith.
Yeah, Timmy Smith, mate.
Timmy Smith, the ball bounced right up over Jacob Ellis's head, and Timmy Smith flew in the air like an AFL player to try and regroup it, but as he grabbed it and dragged it down, he knocked it forward. So it's a Rams ball, 5 out from their own line.
Ellis down on the far side by the look of it. Timmy Smith pleading for a tackle in the air, but that can't be the case if the ball's bounced.
I've got to say, Bomber, I said it years ago, they're the two best jumpers in the competition on the wings, and they're going up against rather small guys.
Yeah, that's it. But there's not much pressure on that kicker either.
Okay, there's no runners outside Bailey Ellis, so he has to take that ball himself. Here's Gary McCoon with...
McCoon coming off. What's on?
Gary McCoon with electrical tape over his nose. Fair income. looks horrendous. Here's Benkovic. He takes the ball. He's 19 metres out from his own line. And Cooter Moylan at dummy half. Cooter Moylan puts it inside his own line. Hayden Topless is going to get a bounce, and he does. He gets straight around Daniel Ellis, but he's tackled 42 metres out from his own line. Cooter Moylan, he was the kicker, and he put him down. Who's 15, boys?
15 is Hayden Topless.
Hayden Topless. I did say that. I had a bit of a mind blank there. And who's this? Josh Adams gets the ball, and he's tackled right on halfway. And a penalty given away by Dylan Thorne.
Even though it was a little chip chase in the own half, I think that's the way Muswellbrook are going to play. I don't think they can out-grind. Fail to find touch.
Aaron Watts is not happy. Here's Bailey Ellis gets the ball off that. Failed to find touch. That was a cardinal sin, boys. Absolute cardinal sin. So here's the Rams with a lucky break there. Gets to Zachy Webb, and Zach Webb gets the ball, and he's tackled 38 metres out from his own line.
No shape in the Muswellbrook attack here.
It's pretty ordinary. Here's Dylan Thorne trying to take the ball forward. He does so, and he unloads to Bailey Wooden. Short pass to Jake Hardy. Out the back to Adam Bartholomew. Plenty of room to move. Jacob Ellis, he dances around. He goes over halfway. He gets through one. High tackle as he went down, but it's let go. He's 41 metres out from centre field from the Scone line. Ball goes down to the right-hand side. Jake Hardy takes the ball forward and then dances around. He gets belted accordingly by Josh Watson, and Ben Hagan comes back to the right. Here's Kirtley Lewis. First touch of the ball, and he goes forward and he chips over the top. Absolutely nothing kicking. Hayden Topless fields the ball, and he's tackled on his own 20-metre line. Bomber, not the greatest. And then they've compounded that with another slow get-off, and Joey Butler saw it, and now here's the penalty that lets Scone out of their own end zone.
I think if we had the wind that was blowing half an hour ago, ball might have held up. But I think what Kirtley and Keita are going to do, they're going to put the Scone boys on notice. So they're going to have to defend well, because they're going to throw some football at them.
Here's Suckley, and Suckley takes the ball, charges it forward. He's about 2 metres shy of halfway. Scone now with the ball, goes on to Radford, and Radford charges up over the halfway line. He's hitting a good three-man tackle there. Here's Wicks again from dummy half short, pass to Ben Hagan, and Hagan runs in the open arms of Benkovic. No one is in the defensive line, is hitting that advantage line, Bomber. Scone full of running.
Line speed's average, but long as they make the tackles.
Jake Watts is on for Scone, and I see...
Suckley off.
And Isaac Austin started off the bench. Here's Jakey Watts. Jakey Watts gets the ball out to Apthorpe, and he charges up over the line. He's hitting a good tackle, but he gets up again. Half runs. Last tackle. Ball goes from Watts to Wicks. Wicks puts a crossfield bomb over there. Straight down Jacob Ellis's throat. Then Timmy Smith comes through, takes it on the fall, and he scored! Timmy Smith was flying through the air like Superman there, Bomber.
Yeah, with all due respect, he's always going to make the catch. Jacob can't jump off the ground because he's stationary, but you got to ask yourself, where were the Muswellbrook blockers? Where were the Muswellbrook boys coming in for a bit of protection? That ball was up there for a good 5 or 6 seconds. It's not like it was a little chip chase. Yeah, but good football by Scone. They've put the bomb up, took the odds to it. He's come through. Even when Timmy Smith's taken the ball, he still had to get the momentum to score. Still, Muswellbrook only had to put a hand on him. Unimpeded run. Yeah. Take the chance, to bump him off the ball. In the worst case, you get a penalty.
Yeah, let's be fair, Dinkum. Timmy Smith put himself in a great position, and he didn't have to fly through the air. So it was a gutsy performance by Smithy. Yep. Here's the kick now. They're trying to convert this. Moves in, and he converts it.
Dare I say,
10 points to 4 here. 14 minutes to go on the SES Labour Solutions scoreboard. They've got to wait or convert a try lead.
Yeah, 4th tackle penalty there. Scone were going nowhere. It's all about the discipline in these games.
All the lights are on here at Scone Park. Here's the restart. Bailey Taylor puts a kick deep down into the Scone end, and Josh Watson will be having heart attacks because he dropped that one against Aberdeen that day. But he's got the ball and he's recovered. He's gone through Zach Webb's would-be defence.
It's pretty average defence. He's picked that up on the in-goal, dead ball on, and made 15 to 20 metres.
Yeah, but he's got to take them on the full as well.
Yeah.
Jeez,
I think he was thinking about the Aberdeen game.
Aaron Watts is having a heart attack.
There's been some changes here in the Scone side. We'll get to it in a minute. Here's Benny Hagan charging forward, and he goes to the Muswellbrook defence. Just seems like they're standing, waiting for the Scone boys, Bomber. Plenty of running. Here's Ritter. Ritter gives the ball on to Radford. Radford goes straight into the waiting arms of Kirtley Lewis, who hit him hard one-on-one. Ball goes to JJ Apthorpe, and Apthorpe gets the ball to Scrimger. And Scrimger down below and tackled him really well. And that was JJ. Ball goes to Jake Watts, and Jake Watts puts a ball down. Good pressure from Benkovic. Ball bounces, and Bailey Taylor's going to get the ball about 15 out from his own line. He gets up over his 20, goes across for what a great tackle there.
He hasn't held him.
He let him go. He's still charging BT, and he's tackled now 35 metres out from his own line, centre third. Isaac Austin hasn't gone on the field yet. He's still waiting here on the sideline. Scrimger's on. I'm just looking to see who's off. I see Dylan Thorne on the sideline.
Thorne and Pottinger off.
Both front rows, starting front rows. There's a penalty to the Rams, and they needed that badly.
We'll just do a recheck here. Thorne and Pottinger are off. Jackson and Scrimger are on.
Bailey Ellis is off the field.
Bailey Ellis is off. Kirtley Lewis is on. So the 3 substitutions have been made by the Rams. I think they're all the experienced boys are on now.
Well, it's 10-4 here. 12 minutes to go in this first half of the preliminary final at Scone Park between the Rams and the Scone Thoroughbreds. Here's Zach Webb. He takes the tap restart and he runs in the open arms straight into Timmy Smith and Josh Watson. Tim Bridge was there to help as well. Plays the ball. Ball goes out to Jake Hardy onto Bailey Wooden. Shocking pass out the back, and Bailey Taylor has to go back 15 metres to pick it up. He picks it up and he gets up over his own 40-metre line. He coughs it up as he's tackled. 35 out from the Scone line. There's another real bad cheap turnover, boys. Adam Bartholomew just as well. He tackled Josh Watson. Here's Mick Radford, and Radford charges forward, and he still hasn't made halfway. Good run, but Josh Scrimger underneath. Scone ball goes down that left-hand side. Can't see who that is there, boys.
I can't for the life of me get that number either.
Tommy Hagan's not playing today.
It's not Tommy Hagan.
17 is not Tommy Hagan.
That's the other boy, Watson.
Here's Daniel Ritter, and Daniel Ritter runs up over the 40-metre line.
Austin on for Radford. Radford knows across the face.
Okay. Yes, it is too, badly. And here we go. Here's the Scone boys. They're tackled 40 or 32 metres out from the Rams line. Here's Austin's first touch of the ball, and he comes straight into the arms of Benkovic, and he hits him hard with Josh Scrimger down underneath. Ball goes. It's the last tackle, 25 metres out from the Rams line. Wicks goes wide to Jake Watts. Jake Watts puts another big long kick corner into that corner. Timmy Smith's up on his own. He takes it. It goes backwards to Timmy Bridge, and they're caught in the corner. There's a turnover, and who's that? Is that
Jake
Adam?
Hardy's got the ball.
Jake Hardy's got the ball. So Timmy Smith, when he went up and he caught it, Jake Ellis tackled him, and they coughed the ball up there in that tackle. So there's a... the Rams are now in possession. They're 20 out from their own line. Short pass to Ramon Jackson. He's tackled centre field by Isaac Austin and JJ Apthorpe, I should say. Here's Bailey Wooden. Bailey Wooden goes forward up over his own 30. Centre field. Good tackle from Austin and Ritter there. Ritter's having a fair game, boys, I must say.
Yeah.
Here's
good defensive game.
Josh Scrimger. They're still 40 out from their own line. Here's the last tackle. Curtly Lewis gets the ball. Ben Hagan hits him late.
Kick.
Ball goes down. It bounces in between the Scone posts and it goes over the dead ball line. And has it? Yes, it's gone dead. So it's a 20-metre restart. Hayden Topless has got the ball. I think Curtly Lewis was looking for that penalty there for a late hit from Benny Hagan. He's got to be careful.
So Tom Hagan is out. Tim Watson is playing in 17.
That's Timmy Watson. Okay. Hayden Topless with the 20-metre restart. He gets the ball and goes across field and he makes about 9 metres. 30 out from his own line. Ball goes to Wicks. Short pass on to Tim Watson. Watson charges forward and he drops the ball. Cold as a spud. Picks it up. The Rams boys have got it. Zach Webb, in fact. And Webby's got the better. A turnover. Rams in possession. 35 out from the Scone line. There's 9 minutes to go. It's 10 points to 4 on the SES Labour Solutions scoreboard. Here's Josh Scrimger. He gets up over the 30. About 29 out. Centre field. And he's not well at all.
There's a lot of concern.
Not well at all. And who was that? JJ Apthorpe in the tackle has automatically called Joey Butler, and he's called time off with just over 9 minutes to go in this first half. At all, Joshy.
No, he's got a strapped knee as it is, and I think he's probably done the same knee by the look of it.
Well, there was immediate concern from JJ Apthorpe. He signalled to the referee, and he's not even putting weight on that at the moment.
Bomber, JJ's had a great game so far for Scone.
Yeah, the move back into the second row is ideal for him. And
you called it early in the week, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll give him a rap.
give it a rest. I did.
The field from the Scone line. So here's Rowan Pottinger. He moves on the field. Time on. Ball goes there to Ramon Jackson. And Ramon Jackson takes it forward and he makes about 5-6 metres and he's tackled centre field by Daniel Ritter. Comes out to the left-hand side of the field to Curtly Lewis. Gives an unders ball to Cooter Moylan. It wasn't timed to perfection and he unloaded to Bailey Taylor. Good quick play the ball. Cooter Moylan goes from dummy half over to Curtly Lewis. He steps off his left into the waiting arms of Jake Watts. He unloads it but it goes backwards. It's still going backwards. Cooter Moylan picks the ball up. He unloads to Bailey Wooden. Bailey Wooden's inside the 5. He's trying to charge over and he's only a metre shy of the Scone line. Comedy of errors there, but every time the ball went backwards, Choppy Mackay at dummy half, long pass out the back to Jake Hardy, over to Bailey Taylor, and Bailey Taylor puts a crossfield kick in for Jacob Ellis. Jacob Ellis gets the ball on the full. It's the last. He's tackled about 3 metres right in the corner there at the scoreboard. Zach Webb at dummy half. Ball goes forward to Bailey Taylor again. Nothing kicking it. Goes straight into the waiting arms of Hayden Topless.
You know, I'm just not sure what their plan of attack is. Scone have just put 2 bombs up and scored off them. For some reason, we don't want to put a bomb in the air.
Yep, and who's that on there? That's Timmy Watson gets the ball. So Scone have got the ball. They're directly in the middle of the field. There's Daniel Ritter. Takes one up, and that was a very good tackle by Adam Bartholomew. Here goes... who's that? Is that Suckley?
James Barker's back.
James Barker, my apologies. James Barker's on the field. He's 40 metres out, centre field from his own line. Long ball out to Wicks, onto Watson. There's good pressure from Wooden and Benkovic. Midfield torpedo bomb straight down Daniel Ellis's hands, and he takes it beautifully. He gets the ball, dances around. He gets to Jake Watts and Isaac Austin, and they tackle him 35 metres out from his own line, centre field. Ball goes to Jacob Ellis from dummy half. He goes forward, and he gets to the halfway line. He's back slammed straight into the ground from Isaac Austin.
I'm not sure what the touchies are looking at. That was a head slam there.
That was a dead set head slam. Cooter Moylan, dummy half, gives the ball on to Rowan Pottinger. And Jacob Ellis is still shook up by that. And that I don't know how they didn't see that head slam. Fair dinkum.
That's a video report.
I think they chose not to watch it.
Yeah, seriously.
That's a video report.
But we'll see someone with a toenail in front of the 10-metre line and blow the whistle for that. Anyway, here's the ball. Jake Hardy, long pass out to Kurtley Lewis. And Kurtley Lewis gives an inside pass to Romain Jackson. And Romain Jackson, great unload to Jake Hardy. Onto Bailey Wooden. Flat pass out to Adam Bartholomew. And he's tackled 28 metres out from the Scone line. It's the last play. Ball goes a short blind. Jake Hardy gets the ball. Little chip over the top. It's held on to by Timmy Smith. And they forced an in-goal tackle.
Yep.
They have. It's a line drop to the Scone boys.
That's Muswellbrook's best set of the game. Jake Hardy, deft little kick over the top. Found space. The Scone boy picked it up right on the try line. Great chase by Bailey Wooden. Pushed them back in. 10-4, 6 to go in the first half. Scone's way.
I was going to wait till half time, but if you're Grant Wooden, you'd be very proud of the way his boys played this year. And today he's off his feet.
His go forward sensational, boys. And I tell you what, Kurtley Lewis he's certainly added a little. He's got the Scone boys thinking Bomber every time he does get the ball. It's a bit unorthodox, but it's very creative.
Oh.
Here's the ball here, wobbled around on the halfway line, and Romain Jackson gets the ball. He picks it up. He goes straight in there. Great tackle from JJ Apthorpe and Isaac Austin. Here's Choppy Mackay from dummy half. I'd like to see him do a couple of more of these from 10 out, Bomber. He gets to about 28 metres out, centre field. Here's on to Rowan Pottinger. Bailey Wooden was dummy half. Pottinger gets the ball up inside the Scone 20, centre field again. Ball goes right hand side to Jake Hardy. Jake Hardy out the back to Bailey Taylor. Short pass on to Zach Webb. Zach Webb gets to about the 10-metre line. He got him into a difficult position. I don't know what they were watching.
I was going to say that.
Jesse Rudder's on the far side there. He's just giving him a late call. I don't know. He was dead set put into a really bad body position. I don't know who picked him up.
I was more concerned that Joey hadn't blew the whistle immediately.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. That's not unlike Joey. That was definitely a dangerous position.
Well, I think so he's given the call, but I think that in the end come from Jesse Rudder.
It did.
Anyway, we've got good field position here for Muswellbrook.
The good sign is that he's up. Zach Webb is up, and he's walking around. And here's Choppy Mackay with the tap restart. They're 10 metres out from the Scone line, 10 metres in from touch. They need a try here with 4.5 minutes to go in this first half. Rowan Pottinger gets the ball and he charges forward, and that's a dead set rake. Or has he dropped it?
Solid tackle, but
there was a Scone bloke there that actually went into the tackle and then pulled the ball out.
But the onus is on ball security, boys.
Absolutely.
And once again,
first tackle.
We've let him off the hook.
First tackle.
The thing that Muswellbrook have started doing in the last 5 minutes that probably troubles Scone more than anything else is second phase footy.
Well, the defence has been solid, but Bomber. Scone's defence has been sensational.
We're not throwing enough numbers around the football, but when we do a flop back or a tip on, we look a lot better side. We must look a lot better side.
Here's Josh Watson from the scrum base, and he gives it on to JJ Apthorpe, who's standing outside the scrum, and he charges forward. Really good run from him. Oh, sorry, that was Timmy Bridge. This is Justin Apthorpe, and he comes to Benkovic, and Benkovic wrestles him to ground. 18 metres out from his own line. Josh Adams goes from dummy half, and he's hitting a really good tackle. He loses it backwards. I can't see, that's Timmy Smith. Timmy Smith gets the ball, and he goes forward, and he gets up over his own 30-metre line, just centre field. Benkovic and Wooden in there to tackle. Wicks at dummy half, gives the ball on to Barker. Barker goes sideways. He gets under one, which was Rowan Pottinger before. Who's that out there? Adam Bartholomew brings him to ground. Ball goes to Josh Watson, and Watson puts a low kick down into the Muswellbrook territory. Bailey Taylor picks the ball up, and he gets up over his own 20-metre line.
Muswellbrook got to look to shift here early.
Well, they're taking all day to get back on side for a start. Jacob Ellis takes off from dummy half, and he doesn't make any ground at all before he's building a tackle from Austin and Daniel Ritter. About 22 metres out. That was an ordinary play of the ball. That is as bad a play of ball as you've ever seen in your life, Bomber.
I'm glad someone was standing in front of me. It sounded like it was bad.
He got up to play it, and then got caught up in his feet. And you'd kick a... Oh, no, I won't say what I was going to say. You'd chastise a 10-year-old for doing that.
I've got to be careful here because the people who don't know me, I've coached a lot of these boys for the last 2 years, so I'm feeling for them a bit, and I've got to be unbiased, but they're making some really uncharacteristic errors.
Here's a Scone scrum feed from the scrum base. Here's Timmy Bridge, and Timmy Bridge goes forward, and good break from the scrum from Benkovic, and who's that else? That is Dylan Thorne, and a penalty again. A penalty again. They're going to take the 2 points. The
Well,
runners out there straight
Actually,
away.
if they do take the 2 points, I think Muswellbrook would be quite.
No,
happy
they
with
haven't,
it.
Bomber. They've gone against Watsy. They've taken the quick tap, and it gets to Josh Adams. He's tackled by Cooter Moylan.
should
10
give
in from
another
touch.
penalty away
10
then.
out. Ball goes out wide to JJ Apthorpe. He charges at the line. And he's tackled 2 metres out by Bailey Wooden. Jared Wicks gets the ball, goes in behind, gets it to Josh Watson. Short pass out to Hayden Topless, and Topless is going over. Tim Watson, is it? Timmy Watson scored next to the upright. Sigh of relief for the Scone boys there, and lucky they didn't take that 2 with a minute and a half to go in this first half.
Just straight
It's
hard running.
14 points to 4.
Straight hard running. Banco,
Unless they
that's
reset it again.
The halftime siren will go. He's trying to kick this and make it 16 points to 4. He shouldn't have any dramas with this whatsoever. He doesn't. 2 points, 16 points to 4, and that'll be the halftime score here in the preliminary final between Scone and Muswellbrook. SES Labour Solutions first half, and the scoreboard brought to you by the MRS boys for 16 points to 4. Very interesting. We'll go to a break and we'll come back with a little bit of a preview for the second half.
But when it gets down to that stretch, that 20 minutes when fatigue starts setting in with the big boys for Scone, let's throw the footy around. But we've got to stay in. The Muswellbrook boys have got to stay in the game. 16-4, just about to kick off, and looks like Banco's still listening to his racehorse. So I'll have to
you're going to take
it.
over, mate, and they're underway now. I've never heard of a Ray Warren leaving the commentary box.
Josh Adams has kicked off. He's kicked it deep down to Jake Hardy. Jake Hardy takes it to the 10-metre line. Up to Pottinger. Pottinger met there, and some solid defence by Bridge and also Watson. Mackay dummy half. Long ball onto Hardy. Hardy onto Jackson. Jackson takes it over his 20-metre line. Makes it up to the 30. Good run by Jackson. Mackay goes himself. Pops one up. Oh, it's gone backwards there off Keita Moylan, has it? No, Bailey Taylor sniffing up through the middle. Mackay onto Lewis. Lewis throws a nice ball out. It goes behind.
It's a knock
Oh,
on.
it's a knock on there. Yeah, they were going forward there nicely. They've gone to an edge and come up with an error. So Scone will get some possession here. 40 metres out from the Muswellbrook's line. Only basically a minute after the start of the half-time. Disappointing set there by Muswellbrook.
Yeah, well, I don't think the listeners at home realise what they're actually in for here right now. It's like having Jack Gibson, league legend coach, commentating the football. Bombers' knowledge of footy, and Benko going to listen to a racehorse. Come on.
Adams feeds the scrum. Long ball out to Watson. Watson onto... Goes to Topless, but he's lost it. Timmy Smith's lost it. It's come up into the hands of Bailey Taylor on the 40-metre line. He takes it up towards the halfway. Muswellbrook's ball, 5 metres inside their own half. Slow play the ball. Taylor hurt. Hardy, long ball onto Pottinger. Pottinger tips onto Jackson. Jackson on the halfway line. Offloads to Mackay. Mackay onto Lewis. Lewis steps in one, but he's held there. Oh, it looks like there's a
That's a cannonball tackle.
cannonball tackle, an attempted cannonball tackle there by Isaac Austin. Mackay onto Pottinger. Pottinger takes it up over into the 40-metre line. Mackay, dummy half, short side to Hardy. Hardy drops Bartholomew back under, then offloads onto Taylor.
Yeah, some great defence there by Daniel Ritter.
Here we go. Mackay, Hardy. Hardy onto Lewis. Lewis dummies, he's met there. Looking to offload, but he's not. He takes the tackle. Looks like that's fourth tackle. Mackay dummy half. Onto Hardy. Hardy wide ball to Bartholomew. Flat-footed. He puts a little grubber kick through. I don't think
He's told nobody about it.
No, he's grubber picked up there by who's that? Topless. Topless tackle there by Bartholomew, the kicker. Bridge steps inside the marker. Gets out of one. Met there by Mackay. Wicks out of dummy half again. Pokes his nose through. He's caught there by Wooden and also Pottinger. Goes back to Watts at dummy half. He takes it on to Tim Watson this time. He charges up to the halfway line. Wicks onto Barker. Barker goes forward. He offloads. Nice offload to Bridge. Bridge draws. He's on to Smith. Smith kicks it. And it's gone out on the full. Yeah. Out on the full. Opportunity gone there for the Scone Thoroughbreds. Nice bit of footy. Barker around the corner past the Bridge. Bridge down the sideline. Go to Timmy Smith. Timmy Smith throwing all his eggs in one basket for the kick over the fullback, and he's kicked it into the beer tent.
I've been a big Tim Smith fan, but he does seem to have some brain explosions, and I think that was one of the moments.
Well done, Bomber. Great call, mate. And Bailey Wooden's hurt here in the background, boys. I should just mention that. And sorry to leave you high and dry there, but for all those people, I had a horse going to Caulfield today. And he won. And our little hobby share, we've got a horse that finally had a big win at Caulfield. Back to the game, and the Rams just on the halfway line.
Here we go.
Oh, Curly Lewis has been hit late. That'll be a penalty, I reckon. Joey Butler has seen Curly Lewis get belted after he kicked that ball down that left-hand fringe. And they're going to have a penalty now, the Rams, and they're going to find themselves about 25 metres out from the Scone line, 10 in from touch. Benny Hagan's off the field here now. I wouldn't be surprised. He's just about ready to go back on. Bailey Wooden is back on his feet. I see Dylan Thorne here running up and down the sideline. He looks like he might be going back on the field as well very, very shortly. Bailey Ellis is on the field.
He's on the wing. Jacob Ellis.
And Jacob Ellis is hurt. Ball goes backward. What was that? And there's a turnover to Jacob Wicks. And Jared Wicks gets the ball. He goes forward. Brody Begovic in pursuit, but Wicks, he's got too much room. Scores under the post from a shocking pass there. And a turnover to the Rams, an absolute shot for all money. Jared Wicks jumps on that ball and races 50 metres, 55 metres to score under the post, Bomber.
Yeah, I don't know what the drop was. It was just a simple tip on it. Hit someone's shoulder, bounced up, and Wicks, he's gone the distance. Probably 60, 70 metres. Benko's chased him, but gee whiz, it's going to be a long road back now for Muswellbrook. They'd got some decent field position from a penalty, and on tackle 1 or tackle 2, coughed up a really bad error. At the moment, they're playing like strangers.
Perfect second half. MRS scoreboard, 20 points to 4. His moves in. Shouldn't have any trouble with this at all to take it to 22 points to 4. Just under 34 minutes to go in this second half of the preliminary final. Winner to take on Aberdeen at Aberdeen next week in the Group 21 Grand Final. Andrew Pritchard's on finally in this second half at the moment, Bomber, and that'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned at half-time, you wouldn't want it's going to be getting 22 points. Well, that's pretty much about the amount of points Muswellbrook have got to chase now. They can't afford any other points from Scone. Otherwise, it's good night nurse, and it's going to be looking to put them away here in the next 10 minutes.
Good run from the kick restart into James Barker, and Barker takes that ball. The next play goes straight into Timmy Smith, and Timmy Smith, who's had a fair game, and he's tackled 30 out from his own line. And next play goes to Isaac Austin, and hitting a really good tackle by Curtly Lewis on Isaac Austin. Didn't miss him. Ball goes then to, I can't see who that is. That's Daniel Ritter. Ritter gets the ball. They get an unders play with Tim Watson, who's been full of running since he's been on the field, boys. He's still going. He's just not shy of he's just only shy of halfway on the last before he's dragged down by Choppy Mackay. Jared Wicks gives a long out the back pass to Jake Watts. Pressure from Benkovic, but it goes straight over there, and Bailey Taylor fields the ball. Full of running, BT.
Great
charges
run,
back into
run.
The defence.
Great courage. Something for Muswellbrook to get on the back of.
Absolutely. Get on the back of it and go forward. Cooter Moylan at dummy half onto Zach Webb. And Zach Webb is absolutely belted by JJ Apthorpe. Stopped him in his tracks and pulled him back 12 metres. Here's the ball to Curtly Lewis. Curtly Lewis goes down the short side. He's hitting a good tackle by 3 or 4 Scone players. JJ Apthorpe, one of them, Timmy Bridge, the other. Ball, he gets up to play the ball 5 shy of halfway. Ball goes to Jake Hardy. Short pass out to Andrew Pritchard, and he's tackled right on halfway centre field. I think that's the 4th. Choppy Mackay gets the ball. Short pass to Rowan Pottinger. He comes to Daniel Ritter and also Timmy Watson, and Timmy Watson tackles him. It's the last now. They're about 45 metres out from the Scone line. Ball comes down that right-hand side to Jake Hardy. Little chip over the top. Is it too long? It isn't. And Hayden Topless fields the ball 10 metres out from his own line. He comes to Jake Hardy and he takes him down. He gets up and he goes again. Didn't finish the set. But in the background is Jake Hardy, and he is injured, boys. He's still on the ground, wreathing around. He's not well at all. Meanwhile, ball goes forward. The Scone players still charging forward up over the advantage line. That one was Timmy Smith. No, Timmy Bridge, my apologies. Joel Harrison at dummy half. He'll take off and go himself. That he does. Goes centre field. He comes to Andrew Pritchard, and Pritchard,
I'm just
with
not
the
sure
help
what
of
we're doing
Benkovic
here at Muswellbrook.
and Ramon Jackson, take him down about 32 metres out. Centre field from the Scone line. Here's Ritter, full of running. Goes straight forward to Chubby Mackay, but Mackay, with the help of Adam Bartholomew and Jackson, bring him down. They go out to the right-hand side. JJ Apthorpe's over halfway. He comes to a couple of Muswellbrook defenders. Cooter Moylan is one of them and Rowan Pottins is the other. Ball goes there, comes out to the left-hand side. Jake Watts, plenty of time. He puts a long torpedo bomb up. It's going down Bailey Taylor's throat, and he collects a 10 out from his own line. He comes down this short left, and he's smothered by Timmy Watson with the help of Josh Watson as well. Joey Butler has called time
I was
out.
going to say, because there's a player underneath the
Mate,
Scone
I'm not
post.
sure. Dylan Thorne's just about to come on. Time on. Ball goes to Rowan Pottinger. He charges into Daniel Ritter, and also number 20 is Ben Hagan. He's about 25 metres out centre field from his own line. Ball goes to Bailey Ellis, and he has taken over that role. Adam Bartholomew's out here on the right. He gets the ball and he's tackled just shy of his own 30, 10 in from touch. Ball goes from dummy half out to Bailey Taylor, who's trying to create a spark. He gets up over his own 30, 35 metres out from his own line. Good tackle from James Barker. Ball goes wide out to Dylan Thorne on the fringe. He takes it forward. He gets up over the 40, hitting a good tackle there by Jared Wicks and Benny Hagan. Ball goes out the back from Choppy Mackay to Curtly Lewis. Curtly Lewis puts a big bomb up in the air, straight down Hayden Topless's throat. It goes to his feet. It bounces off his shins, and it's hitting Benkovic. It bounces up for Brady Benkovic. He comes to Daniel Ritter, but it gets coughed up by Timmy Smith, and he's coughed it up, and Timmy Smith's hit him hard. He's down. Benkovic and Scone have recovered the ball. Josh Watson with the ball, and they've compounded all that, and Josh Watson's got the ball now, and it's a penalty to Scone with a second movement in that tackle. Ball's coming straight for us, Bomber.
Bomber's not here. You're going to have to...
Oh, that's...
Jamie Munn.
Jamie Munn's still got it.
Here we go.
I think Benkovic's hurt his wrist, his left wrist. It doesn't look great. He might have done something, some damage to it. Or he's getting it strapped. Meanwhile, Scone got the ball. Here's Barker.
Oh.
Barker's hitting a big tackle front on from Pritchard, and also Curtly Lewis stopped him in his track, and he's gone. Barker is dead set gone here. They're going to have to stop the play and get him off.
That's a
HIA for sure from...
He's right. He's up.
No chance. Get him off. He needs to come off. Duty of care. He's wobbly. Here's Scone. Meanwhile, they're out the ball. They're about 33 metres out from the Muswellbrook line. Goes down a short side. Josh Adams has got the ball. He takes it forward. Unloads it to Jared Wicks, who in turn gives it to JJ Apthorpe. He runs through and he's tackled by Dylan Thorne and Ramon Jackson. It's the last.
Keita Moylan just got caught up in a bit of a scrap in the back play there. And
here's Jared Wicks, goes himself from dummy half. Boots one, gives it inside to Daniel Ritter. And Ritter goes over and promotes the ball straight behind the post for a try. 26 points to 4, 28 minutes to go in this preliminary final.
Yeah, it's become a bit of a cakewalk now, Benko. That was far too easy. He's just jumped out of dummy half, found one of the markers laying down around the ball. He's just come out and he's found a couple of runners, and Daniel Ritter, nice and hard and straight, what they've been doing all
I'm just looking over here. Jacob Ellis has picked up his boots and his bag and left.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, mate.
Well, anyway, we'll worry about too much about that. But he might have gone for the shower too. He's injured, so...
He's failed it. He's failed a HIA, Jacob Ellis, boys. Just got a call from one of the Muswellbrook executives.
Okay, dare I say it, Scone have played with the same energy they played in the first 5 minutes. They've still got oodles of energy, and Muswellbrook now with 26 to go. I don't know if they could win it, probably not, but now's when you just got to work out the last 26 minutes of your season, whether you want to make it a horror movie or you get something out of it.
We'll get a tourniquet on it for a start. Here's Barker, and Barker charges at the line, and he charges up over his own 10 metres. And here it is. Here's Scone working the ball out from the restart. Goes forward, and he's tackled by 2 or 3 Muswellbrook defenders. He's centre field, and he's about 28 metres out from his own line. That was Tim Smith. And Tim Smith gets up and plays the ball. Wicks at dummy half, short pass to Daniel Ritter, another short pass to Ben Hagan. What a great tackle from Benkovic and Ramon Jackson there, one-on-one with Benny Hagan. Here's Suckley, who's just come on. What a great tackle there. Who was that out there? Curtly Lewis. Ball and all wrapped him up. Here's a ball, Wicks onto Daniel Ritter, and Ritter takes the ball forward, and he's hitting a good tackle there. 3 or 4 Muswellbrook players. It's the 5th. It's the last tackle. He gets up just shy of halfway. Ball goes deep out to the left. Josh Watson with a long torpedo bomb. Bailey Taylor is under it. He lets it bounce. It bounces into his hand on his own 20. Centre field. He charges into the defensive line. I like the way he's doing. He's trying to create a spark for his fellow players. There's nothing coming but Zach Webb gets the ball. Gets it out to Choppy Mackay. Choppy Mackay gets it onto Cooter Moreland, who runs across field looking for an opening. Tries to he does. He gives it inside to Daniel Ellis. He's dancing around. Little short pass onto Curtly Lewis. Flat pass to Rowan Pottinger. They've gone backwards, boys. They're still at the 40-metre line. Choppy Mackay at dummy half, centre field. Ball goes to Bailey Ellis. Bailey Ellis charges forward at the defensive line. Comes to Daniel Ritter. I like that from Bailey Ellis. It should be more of it. He's over halfway. Ball comes down the right-hand side to Curtly Lewis. Curtly Lewis is tripped up in the tackle.
Oh.
And who's that over the top? Timmy Smith. He pulled up and looked for attention straight away. Tim Bridge came over the top and finished him off. But this is dead set walking wounded stuff here for the Rams.
Put their hands down and not be silly.
They won't throw this away.
So
here's Bailey Ellis. Short pass over to Andrew Pritchard. And Pritchard goes across field and he gets hit 35 out from the Scone line. It's the last tackle. Ball goes to Bailey Ellis. Puts a big bomb up. Torpedo straight down Hayden Topless's throat. No problems at all. He takes the ball. Gets out of Bailey Taylor's tackle. He's still going forward, Hayden Topless, and he's hitting a really good tackle there by Rowan Pottinger and Benkovic. Ball goes from Josh Adams. Scoots out a dummy half. Centre field. 35 out from his own line. Hitting a good tackle from Choppy Mackay and Pottinger again. Scone going through the motions. They're just going to try and complete their sets, and they're doing that with great ability at the moment.
Benkovic down.
He's reeled out of that tackle, young Benkovic. Quick play the ball. Jared Wicks from dummy half. He gets up and takes the ball forward, and he's hit. He's over halfway. He's 45 metres out from the Muswellbrook line, 20 in from touch. Watts at dummy half. On to Ritter, who's dictated play brilliantly today. Gives it on to Barker, who drops the ball in the tackle. Goes backwards. On to Jake Watts. He goes to Rowan Pottinger, and he flings him around straight down. It's the last. 10 in from touch, 32 metres out from the Rams line. Ball goes to Jared Wicks. He puts a high bomb up. Bailey Taylor's under it. He dives and he gets it. Beautiful work from BT, and he's hitting a good tackle in the end there by Daniel Ritter. And Ritter's Bailey Taylor gets the ball. He plays it. Daniel Ellis at dummy half. They're on their own 10-metre line, 15 out from. Actually, they've gone 15 metres. Choppy Mackay at dummy half onto Bailey Ellis. Short pass onto Andrew Pritchard, and Pritchard comes down to this right-hand side of the field. Josh Watson has tackled him along with Timmy Bridge. They're about 18 metres out from their own line. No, there's really just plateaued here, the Rams at the moment. Their go forward has really stopped badly. Ramon Jackson goes forward and he gets up over his own 30, 35 out from his own line. Long pass from dummy half out to Rowan Pottinger. Onto Cooter Moreland trying to create something. He comes out there. He gives it on to Daniel Ellis, who dances around, but the Scone defence is equal to the task. Not much happening, Bomber. Cooter Moreland from dummy half gets the ball. There's no runners here. He puts a big, deep kick in. The only person that's gone down there is Zach Webb. Tim Smith has no worries at all taking that ball on the full in his own 30 and promotes it another 10 metres.
Benko, this could get fairly ugly in the last 20 minutes here. Muswellbrook got nothing to play for now, apart from pride.
Yeah.
They're out on their feet. And Scone are coming home with full of running.
Joel Harrison took the ball up. Here's Daniel Ritter. Daniel Ritter only had to run like this last week against Aberdeen. Where was this run last week? Daniel Ritter's just full of running today. He gets 40 out. Here's Benny Hagan. And Benny Hagan with a little left foot step. He comes to the fullback, and Bailey Taylor one-on-one takes him down about 15 out from the Rams line. Here's Jared Wicks. Gets the ball onto Josh Adams. Little chip through out of the... Josh Adams gets the ball and he chips it through. Daniel Ellis collects the ball 2 metres out from his own line, and he takes the ball forward, and he's put down 8 metres, 10 metres out from his own line. Ball goes to from the dummy half. Choppy Mackay gives it on to Ramon Jackson, and Jackson takes it up over his own 20. Centre field, not much happening here for the Rams. Ball goes down to the left-hand side. Here's Zach Webb again.
He's had a big game.
Bomber, the forwards for Scone have just dominated here today.
Dominated from the first minute.
He's Here's Dylan Thorne. Dylan Thorne goes the ball forward. He gets up over his own 40. He hands it off to Choppy Mackay, and Mackay gets the ball. That's a 2-on-1 strip. Dead set, Joey Butler.
Oh, yeah, I was going to...
Fair income.
Joey just doesn't seem to be himself today.
Well, blind Freddie could have seen that, seriously, and he had to wait for a touch judge call. Nevertheless,
it's going to be pretty hard playing footy here at the moment. The sun's just going down. We've got lights on. It's not a very pleasant time to be playing football, actually.
No, call it for what it is. My headlights on my car are brighter than this, seriously. Here's Muswellbrook with the ball, goes to Bailey Ellis. They're centre field, 30 out. Curtly Lewis gets the ball. He comes to Josh Watson, tries to shrug him off. No attempt and no success, I should say. Tim Watson finished him off. They're 38 metres out, 25 metres out from the Scone line. Bailey Ellis gets the ball. He centres the run and he's tackled about 20 metres out from the Scone line centre field. They come down the left-hand side. Bailey Taylor gets a ball, jinks off his left, goes off his right, and he's pulled down only a metre shy of the try line. Really sloppy play the ball, but Bailey Ellis gets the ball down the left-hand side, held onto it too long, but he's tackled a metre out. Cooter Moreland with the ball. Cooter Moreland, flat long pass to Daniel Ellis, trying to score. He unloads it over to Choppy Mackay. That's the last. Well, they completed the set, but the Scone defence was just too good, Bomber.
Too good. They're throwing a bit of footy out. That's what they've got to do. They can't, with 19 minutes to go, they can't just take a ball up and just have a bit of a bomb at the end of it. They may as well die going down in a fight than rather than just complete your sets and put a bomb up.
Just looking at which way Gary McKeon's nose is going here.
He's got the most ridiculous bit of elastoplast over his snout I've ever seen in my life. Peter Thompson strapped that. Scone ball here, they're centre field. Look at Daniel Ritter, the way he's running this ball, boys. And that's dropped. That's a loose carry, and Joey Butler saw that and called it for what it was. Daniel Ritter was full of running, but I must say, boys, every time Scone get the ball, they're up over that advantage line and really causing havoc here to the Muswellbrook defence. It's just non-existent at the moment.
You've done well, Bengo. We're going to try and make this last 20 minutes exciting, but it's all Scone. They've booked their spot in the first grade grand final next week, and as I said, I don't know what Muswellbrook got to do here. As I said, if they could score a couple of tries and finish the season off like that, but it just hadn't been their day today. They've been outclassed by just a side who was just come to play and was never going to leave that dressing room without winning the game.
Well, on the MRS scoreboard in the Pertec, Singleton and Muswellbrook officers second half, it's 28 points to 4. There's 18 and a half minutes to go in this preliminary final between Muswellbrook and Scone. And right now, Scone are completely dominating Muswellbrook, and there's a strip penalty against Scone. Muswellbrook will have the ball. Quick play the ball, a quick tap. No. They're going to find themselves 30 metres out and 20 in from touch. Curtly Lewis is going to take a tap here. He hands it over to Rowan Pottinger. He runs forward into Jared Wicks and who else is there? I think that is Daniel Ritter. They're still 22 metres out. Ball goes long out to Dylan Thorne. Long ball out to Benkovic. Benkovic gives a Paul. No, he doesn't. He goes himself. He comes straight into the waiting arms of, I think that is Suckley. Yes, it is. Gets up and plays the ball out the back to Andrew Pritchard, and Pritchard runs forward. He beats one, but no, he doesn't. They've grabbed him shorts and dragged him down directly in front. Where's James Barker was the tackler there. Ball goes, Choppy Mackay out to Bailey Ellis. Long pass out the back to Bailey Taylor. He comes on to Dang. He goes himself, B2, and he scores.
Yeah, good try.
Gets around him. He's always full of running. He's been Muswellbrook's best player, boys.
Yeah, Bailey he's got an out ball there on Jakey Watts, and he's just done Wattsy up with a palm and speed, and once he just got in the backfield and only had about 5 metres to go, he scored. So it's 28 points to 12. The lad
I was waiting to be corrected.
No, the Ladbrokes offer that was offering $2 for first or second was pretty safe bet.
Okay, the conversion was not successful. On the MRS scoreboard, it's 28 points to 12, is it?
8.
My apologies.
Jesus, it's not the light's not
16
that bad.
minutes to go. Fair income. The worst lights I've ever seen here.
How bright is that 8 over there?
Yeah, well, when he said 28-12, I'm thinking, have I missed a try here somewhere when I went to the toilet?
16 minutes to go. Joshy Adams is going to restart the play here. Big kick. Torpedo kicks, goes straight downtown. They're going to go over the dead ball. No, BT's fielded in his own in goal. He hands it over to Rowan Pottinger, who charges into the defence. Timmy Watson's there. There's Josh Watson as well. He gets tackled 10 metres out from his own line, Mackay. Dummy half onto Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor gets the ball onto Dylan Thorne, and he charges up over his own 10. Scone looking very competent here and taking all comers. Cooter Moylan gets a long pass from Bailey Ellis, and he gets through one. He gets through two, and he's up over his own 40, but he's tried to unload it, and it went forward, and Joey Butler's pulled it up 5 shy of halfway, so it's a turnover, and it's going to go straight into the Scone scrum feed.
Yeah, it was half a break there by Cooter, but that's what happens basically when you get 15 minutes to go and you're 28-8 down. You sense you got to get that ball away, and he's taking the odds to getting it away, and it's a knock on or a forward pass, whatever Joey's called. But Scone got a bit of footy back in here.
Bomber, seriously, I've got a dolphin torch in my car that's got better lighting than this oval. No disrespect. Anyway, here we go. The Scone Thoroughbreds have got the ball. They're tackled 45 out centre field from the Rams line. Here's Timmy Watson goes forward. Good tackle from Ramon Jackson around the legs. Here's Wicks from dummy half. He's had a fair game, Wicks. Who's that, 16? Who's that? Is that
Radford back
Radford's back on. He's Jakey Watts gets the ball. I can't see that number. I think there's a turnover. Turnover from Josh Adams, and they're calling. Is it called a Scone knock on first?
Yeah,
He's called a Scone knock on first. So it's a Rams ball, a scrum feed, double knock on. Rams feed, 14 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this second half. Brought to you by Pertec, Muswellbrook and Singleton officers, the MRS scoreboard, 28 points to 8. Bombers, Muswellbrook will just want to try and make this score respectable, surely. Here's Curtly Lewis from the scrum feed over to Adam Bartholomew. The Scone defence today has been sensational, Bomber.
At this stage of the game, I think it's Muswellbrook boys were trying, but at the end of the day, the effort from Scone have been far superior to Muswellbrook's effort.
Anyway, here's Pritchard, tackled on his own 40. Gets the ball out wide from Choppy Mackay. Dummy half onto Rowan Pottinger. He's tackled 5 shy of halfway centre field. Choppy Mackay, dummy half, long ball out to Curtly Lewis. Curtly Lewis, flat pass out to Alan Bartholomew onto Zachy Webb. He gets it at the 40, gives it inside. No, he doesn't. He comes to Hayden Topless, and he's equal to the task, and he's tackled. Did he bomb that?
He must have thought Ramon Jackson was a premonition.
Ball goes out wide. Muswellbrook with the ball. Curtly Lewis goes himself. He cuts back infield. Basketball, netball pass over the top. That wasn't on, Bomber. It tries to find his target, Adam Bartholomew. It goes to ground. He had a big back line out there, and they failed to bring it out any further than back, and he cut back in behind the ruck.
I'm still trying to work out why Zachy Webb held the ball.
Anyway, Scone in possession. Here's the ball on to, who's that? And that's Timmy Watson. Number 16, Jared Wicks. He was tackled on his own 35-metre line. Ball goes out to the right-hand side, and there's a couple of would-be tacklers there, Bankovic, Ellis, and also Pritchard. Here's Ritter running with full ball, and what a great tackle around the legs. Rowan Pottinger around the legs, just shy of 50. Here's Josh Watson, puts it right downtown, and Bailey Taylor's under it, and he collects it 5 out. It's gone backwards.
He's lucky to see the ball.
He dropped the ball, and it's gone, as I said, it's gone backwards, but he picks it up, and BT's had a great game in a side that has really struggled to go forward today. Ball goes to Cooter Moylan. He gets the ball on his own 20. He's dangerous every time he gets the ball, but I just hasn't seen enough of it. Cooter Moylan downtown. He gets the ball, and he's tackled on his own 40, about 5 in from touch. Josh Adams was the tackler. Daniel Ellis at dummy half. On to Bailey Ellis. Out to Rowan Pottinger, and Rowan Pottinger gets the ball, and he's tackled. Is that Rowan or Dylan Thorne?
Dylan Thorne.
Dylan Thorne, I can't see, mate.
You might need your night vision goggles on,
mate.
Friggin'
fair dinkum more than that, seriously.
No quick tab, he won't.
Joey Butler with the... he's told Bailey Taylor tried to go quickly, unsuccessful.
He can do the quick tap from there, but not in the CRL. They won't let it.
No, it'll be
it's only a one-man operation. So, as much as it would be exciting, there'd be lawlessness.
Cooter Moylan takes the quick tap restart, and he makes 10 metres, and he's on the. He's about 30 out from the Scone line. Ellis at dummy half, short pass on to Rowan Pottinger, and Rowan Pottinger takes the ball forward. They're set both sides of the rucky. I don't know what they're going to do. I think Dylan Thorne wants it down this right-hand side. Choppy Mackay goes across field. He gives an unders ball to Dylan Thorne centre field, and he gets up over the 20-metre line. He's tackled, probably 15 out from the Scone line. They go down the left. Bailey Ellis gets the ball. He takes the Scone line on himself, and he's hitting a good tackle, only about 2 metres out. Quick play the ball. Goes to the left. On to Bankovic. Bankovic short pass over to Cooter Moylan. Cooter Moylan goes himself looking for a try. Has he scored it? No, he's just shy. I think he's held up. It's a penalty. He's called the Scone boys offside, and I think Josh Adams and Joel Harrison was out there in that corner.
Can you see that far, Benko? I can see some.
Yes, I can.
I see some activity over there, but I can't see what's going on.
Jesse Rudder's in from the touch judge, so he's going to give it a little bit of. That's Mark Bassuni. My apology, I couldn't see who that touch judge was. I could see the players, but I can't see the touch judge. He's talking to Josh Adams. 10 minutes to go here, 10.5 minutes to go here in the preliminary final. It's 28 points to 8 on the MRS scoreboard. The second half brought to you by Pertec, Singleton and Muswellbrook officers, Mal Willis and Gussie Mather. So anyway, Cooter Moylan had a little bit of an argument there with Joey Butler. You got the penalty, fellas. Just get on with it. Dylan Thorne races in to say, what the hell's going on? Let's have a restart here and just play some football. Bailey Ellis with the tap restart onto Bailey Taylor, and Bailey Taylor goes forward and gives it to who's that? Rowan Pottinger. Rowan Pottinger is tackled about 8 metres out in centre field. Ball goes to Curtly Lewis. Little short X onto Bailey Taylor. Bailey Taylor gets the ball down over the line. Really good show and go. Curtly Lewis through the dummy, through the wild dummy, short hip pass to Bailey Taylor, who swept around, and he scored the try. It's 28 points to 12 on the MRS scoreboard. That'll be under 10 minutes to go in this preliminary final of 2018 up here at Scone Park.
Yeah, the old short X there, Benko. You would have scored a couple of tries off the great Arthur Earl from a short X, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah, probably didn't attract as much attention as Arthur used to when he threw the short extra. But yeah, nice footy by Bailey Taylor. He's never stopped. He hadn't stopped trying. He's had his third try of the game.
That is, and he's been outstanding. And he's just converted his own try. And there a little bit of urgency into the Muswellbrook side at the moment. But look, they did this a couple of weeks ago and failed. They came home hard, but they just failed to get on it.
Is that the right score now?
It's 28 points to 14.
Rightio. So
9.5 minutes to go.
So if I'm just going to clarify, this a try here or two could set up a grandstand finish.
They need to score 3 times, Bomber.
Yeah, but I just wanted the grandstand finish.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. 9 minutes to go.
Well,
ball off the restart. Bailey Taylor gets the ball. He gives it on to Rowan Pottinger. They're full of running, the boys, and he comes straight to Daniel Ritter, and Isaac Austin over with a swinging arm over the top. Collects him, but he gets up and plays the ball. Ball goes out to Curtly Lewis. Is that Curtly?
Thorne.
No, it's Thorne. My apologies. The numbers are very hard to see here, and so are the players' melons. The ball gets the ball 30 metres out onto Bailey Ellis. Short pass to Cooter Moylan. And Cooter Moylan takes the ball up to the 40-metre line, about 2 in from touch. On his own side of the field. Here's the ball onto Bailey Ellis. Bailey Ellis puts a kick forward. It's charged down. He's regathered it. He's regathered it. Bailey Ellis has 6 to go.
I'm not sure what the kick was about, but
I don't know. No one else knew about it. He's tackled 5 metres in the Scone side of play. Bailey Taylor gets the ball onto Andrew Pritchard, and Andrew Pritchard comes forward and he gets straight into Joel Watson, and he tackles him well. Josh Watson. Ball comes down this short right onto Curtly Lewis. Short pass onto Ramon Jackson, and Ramon Jackson full of running. He gets tackled. They're inside the Scone 20. Quick play the ball. Curtly Lewis out the back to Rowan Pottinger. Pottinger's charging. They're inside the 10. Had to pass it out. Dylan Thorne was waiting for it. They've got a big left-hand side field ready. Ball goes out the back to Bailey Ellis. Bailey Ellis, short pass to Bengalla. He steps off his left. He boots one. He goes to Isaac Austin. He's held up 3 metres on the last. Noodle repeat set of 6 here. Here's the ball out to Bailey Ellis. Bailey Ellis gets a little chip through. It goes straight in the arms of Tim Smith, and Tim Smith nearly had a collision with the upright, but he's tackled.
I would have liked to see him right there, Banker.
1 metre short, 1 metre from his own line. Here's Jared Watts. Jared Wicks goes from dummy half himself, and he's immediately belted. Dummy half play goes out to Isaac Austin. Isaac Austin comes forward, and he's hitting a really good 3-man tackle there by the Rams. Gets up, not happy with that, but they play the ball. Wicks on to Daniel Ritter. Daniel Ritter charges at the defensive line. He gets over his own 20. Scone.
That's Radford.
Radford it was, sorry. Here's the ball. Oh, a couple of would-be SG shirt grabbers. Only got a draw and pass. He does onto Timmy Bridge. And Timmy Bridge goes around. Daniel Ellis in pursuit, but Timmy Bridge puts it all to bed. And the Scone boys, 32 points to 14. That's all she wrote. 7 minutes to go.
Any slim outside hope of a comeback there from Muswellbrook. Scone probably won't put a performance in like they did against Aberdeen in the major semi. They're a little bit flat, I thought, but today they've come out on the home deck. Blew Muswellbrook away early. A little bit of a sniff there for Muswellbrook in the last few minutes, but it's been all Scone since the opening whistle. Their energy levels have been far greater than Muswellbrook's. Muswellbrook's season, one of up and down. A couple of crucial losses probably pushed them down into the minor semi situation, but they've ended up here in the preliminary final, and unfortunately just haven't come up with the goods against a very good Scone side.
Look, I think Bailey Taylor can hold his head high. He's been by far trying to ignite this side. He's even taken runs like a front rower. Bailey Wooden has been a fantastic asset to the club this year, and he's just shown why today, but they've lost him in the stacks. They've missed him in the second half.
Well, the restart goes. They tried the short restart. There was 6 to go, and Muswellbrook players got in their own road. Bailey Ellis and Cooter Moylan. And Joey Butler saw a double knock on. First one went against the Rams, and it's going to be a Scone scrum feed on the 40-metre line on their own side of halfway. Yeah, 34 points to 14 here. There's 4.5 minutes to go. Scone will certainly cherish another crack at Aberdeen next week, Bomber.
Yeah, certainly will. And look, Aberdeen would want it that way too. They want to show that they're the best side in the comp, which they have been. They've hosted the major semi. They'll be cherry ripe next week. They've got some good footballers in it, and I think they'll put a far greater effort up than the defensive effort than what the Rams have today. The Rams defensively just haven't been up to scratch today.
Well, Daniel Ritter's taken the third play of the game, and he's got on the halfway. There's a little bit of a set to between Ritter and Pottinger and Kirtley Lewis, but it's nothing amounted to nothing. Ball goes out there, and good tackle there from Benkovic and Cooter Moylan underneath. I can't see that Aberdeen player.
The Aberdeen player?
Was it JJ? Sorry, the Scone player was JJ Apthorpe. My apologies. Ball goes out this left-hand side of the field. Ball goes out to Timmy Watson, and Tim Watson gets the ball and he charges up over his own 40 out from the Muswellbrook line. It's the last play of this set. Josh Watson, they elect to run the ball. Comes out to good tackle from Ramon Jackson.
I think Ramon's been pretty good today.
His defence has been brilliant down this right-hand side for what has been, a very, very open, flimsy right-hand side defensive effort. Ball goes on to Pritchard now, and Pritchard gets the ball on his own 30. He charges forward. 3-man tackle by Scone. Put into that, go forward. Ball goes from Choppy Mackay onto, can't see who that is. That's, I think that's Kirtley Lewis. Kirtley Lewis goes forward. Ball goes to Bailey Ellis. Shows an unders line to Rowan Pottinger, who then gives a short pass to Bailey Taylor, who gets hit hard. They read that well, Isaac Austin and Ritter on the halfway line. Here's Rowan Pottinger still taking the ball forward, and he gets up over 40 metres out from the Scone line. 20 in from touch. Ball comes down this short right-hand side to Ramon Jackson. Comes to Josh Watson. Palms him off. Short pass out to Zach Webb. Zach Webb goes down the sideline, and he's tackled about 15 metres out from the Scone line. It's the last play. Choppy Mackay, long ball out the back to Bailey Ellis. Puts a crossfield bomb in, and it's going to go over the sideline on the full. Bomber, please explain.
Yeah, he'd like that one back. The idea was right, get it up in the air, but he's just give it too much, and she's gone straight over the sideline. 2 minutes to go, 34-14.
I'd still like to see him just throw the
throw
ball
the footy
out
around.
wide.
Throw the footy around.
Wide. I mean, we can all kick the ball.
Look, I don't think that Scone can afford that mid-second half slump against Aberdeen.
Yeah,
I'm looking towards next weekend.
Sort of, if you were going to call it a slump, it was a mini slump, but yeah, on the day, Muswellbrook weren't good enough to capitalise on that little bit of a down period Scone had.
Oh, that's a solid shot.
Anyway, Scone working the ball out from their own end zone here. They're 20 out. They go down the right-hand side of the field. Can't see who that is. It looks like JJ Apthorpe, and he goes into the waiting arms of Benkovic and Bailey Ellis. He's tackled on his own 30-metre line. Ball goes short to Josh Adams. He goes from dummy half. He runs there. Tackled again, 5 short of halfway by Benkovic and Pottinger. Thorne, I should say. Here's JJ Apthorpe again, full of running. He gets up over the halfway, 40 out, 20 in from touch from the Rams line. Wicks at dummy half, goes down the right-hand side. Jakey Watts puts a long, low grubber kick through, and here's Bailey Taylor, again equal to the task. Picks the ball up and is trying to go forward at every opportunity, BT. He has had a fantastic game in a losing side.
Yeah,
we're under a minute to go, 43 seconds to go in this match. Cooter Moylan puts a little chip over the top. Daniel Ellis, the ball just didn't bounce for Daniel Ellis, and it's gone over the sideline. We won't even pack this scrum. No one wants to go on.
Good night, nurse.
Congratulations to the Scone Thoroughbreds. They've won this preliminary final. Siren is going to go for full time very, very shortly.
4 in. Scone got four
Scone
in.
got
Four teams in the grand final. Scone, yeah, I was wondering why you're holding four fingers up there, Bomber. I thought you were telling me where to go.
No, that's his cool
But
symbol
that's a
for
good,
photos.
that's a good performance
Yeah,
by
good effort by
Scone.
the club. So quickly, just about to roll down 34-14. We've got Scone in all four grades next week. They'll play Muswellbrook in tag, Singleton in 18s, Aberdeen in reserve grade and first. So it'll be a huge day for the Scone club at Aberdeen, but no doubt it'll be an even huger day for the Aberdeen club.
Righto, boys. Who's your player of the match from today's game?
Oh, mate, look, I can't go past. I thought JJ Apthorpe was outstanding. Jared Wicks was fantastic at around that ruck area, Bomber. His go forward was sensational.
Yeah.
Daniel Ritter ran this week for a change. He was nowhere to be seen last week. But just for me, I like JJ Apthorpe.
Yeah, Apthorpe for me, mate. I thought he was the main point of difference in the early stages of the game. His intensity, his impact on the game was paramount, and it set up the game. But thanks, Reggie. Thanks, Benko.
Thank you, boys. 34-14 on the final score. Thanks to Carrot and the Collective for the music, the sponsors for their ads. Until next week, we will be live from Aberdeen. You can tune in for all four games, starting at 10 o'clock. That's us from here at Scone Park. Over and out, and enjoy your evening.
Thanks, mate.